dear students, we are studying the chapter The Fundamental Unit of Life. In the last video, we have studied about diffusion. Do you remember? So what is diffusion? Diffusion is the spontaneous movement of a substance from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration. Okay. So, in the same way, water also obeys the law of diffusion. Okay, so this movement of water molecules through a selectively permeable membrane is called as osmosis. So, today we are going to learn more about osmosis. So, today we are going to study more about osmosis. So, what is osmosis? Osmosis is the passage of water from a region of higher water concentration through a semi-permeable membrane to a region of lower water concentration. Okay, in diffusion what we studied? It is the passage of substances from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. For diffusion to occur, there is no need of semi-permeable membrane. But for the movement of water, the semi-permeable membrane is a must. Okay. So here osmosis is all about passage of water through a semi-permeable membrane, which is very important. Okay. Here you can see a picture. There is a tub which has these black dots and white dots. Can you see? Yes. There is a center, in the center there is a line, and this is nothing but a semi-permeable membrane which is separating these two sides. Okay, the black dots are water molecules and the white dots are sugar molecules. Okay, if you see this picture, you can say that the concentration of water is more in this side, in right side, when compared to left side. Am I right? So how the water should move from which side to which side? As the definition of osmosis says, it should move from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. That means the water molecules should move from this side to this side. Am I right? So here in the second picture, you can see there is a movement. So there is a movement from this right side to left side. So the concentration has become equal. This is nothing but equilibrium. Okay. At equilibrium, the concentration of water will be same and the movement of water will be from both the sides. Okay. So this is about osmosis. Now let's understand how this osmosis takes place in plant cell or animal cell. Here I have taken plant cell as an example. Okay, so you can see in this picture there are 3 cells, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so these are the plant cells. Okay, so we are going to study this osmosis in 3 situations. Okay, so first what we are going to do, we are going to keep the cells in tub. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we are going to learn about the first situation after some time. First let's learn about second and third. Okay, what happens in the second, what we have to do in the second tub, we have to fill the tub with water. Okay, so this tub is filled with water. And the third situation, that is third cell, the third tub is filled with salt solution. Okay, the second tub is filled with what? Water, and the third one is filled with salt solution. So let us see what happens. As the name says, as the osmosis definition of osmosis says, the water should move from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. Here you can see in this tub we have taken only water. Hence the water should move from the region of its higher concentration, means from the tub into the cell. Due to this, there will be increase in the size of the cell. Okay. Here in third situation what happens? The water concentration is less outside the cell when compared to inside. So what happens? The water moves from cell to the tub. Am I right? So here from outside the cell to inside the cell, and here from inside the cell to outside the cell. So this type of solution where the concentration of water outside the cell is more when compared to inside the cell is called as hypotonic solution. Okay. So the solution in where the concentration of water is less when compared to the concentration of water inside the cell is called as hypertonic solution. So what if the concentration of both outside the cell and inside the cell is same? Then what do we call such type of solution? We call them as isotonic solution. So that means in the first case this is also filled with water, but here the concentration of both inside the cell and outside the cell is same. Hence it is called as isotonic solution. Okay, so these are the three different situations. When the concentration is same both inside and outside the cell, then there will be no net movement, right? So hence the size of the cell also remains same. But in case of second situation, the water is moving inside the cell, so hence the size of the cell is increased. But in third situation, the concentration of water is less outside, hence the movement of water is from inside the cell to outside, hence the size of the cell decreases. Correct? So we can explain this by taking the example of egg, or we can also explain this way by using the example of dried raisins. Okay, so if you take soak these dried raisins in water for some time, after some time you can see that there will be increase in the size of the raisin. Why this happens? It is because of the osmosis.